Noyes Library is a local treasure for our county and for our community, one of the only freestanding children's-focused libraries as we talk about children's literacy, as we talk about early childhood education. Noyes Library has been doing this work for decades and decades. We're so lucky to have a group of dedicated staff and volunteers and committed residents to have a library system that is so committed to this work in partnership with Noyes Library. We're going to go through and hear from all four of my colleagues, and then we will turn it over to the team at Noyes Library, and then I will go ahead and read this proclamation for this great celebration of such a great local treasure here in Montgomery County. So with that, let me turn to my colleague, Gabe Aldernos.
Well, thank you so much. This one was personal. When I saw this on the agenda, I felt like I had to participate. So in 1969, Mr. Rogers testified before Congress to advocate for more public dollars for public television. And in his testimony, he talked about the need to create safe places for our children, in this case, in the context of TV. But what Mr. Rogers was advocating for then has never been more important than right now. And one of his favorite quotes that I have is, "The connections we make in the course of life, maybe that's what heaven is." Well, for 130 years, children have been connecting to literacy, to books, to imagination, to other children, to other friends in Noyes Library. And my family and our 4 children have been one of the beneficiaries. Thanks to the incredible advocacy of the community, the staff at Noyes Library, as Councilmember Friedson noted, this is a treasure. And there is no more important treasure than our children. And so let's celebrate another 130 years and make sure that Noyes Library stays the treasure that it is, not just in Kensington, but for our entire region. Thank you.
Now let me introduce Kristen Mink, our new lead for libraries.
Thank you, Vice President Friedson, and thank you to all of the staff of Noyes Library who are with us here today. I will note that as we celebrate this auspicious anniversary, if we take it back a few years, I'm just going to look at, I have an interesting fact for you about librarian pay. In 1893, librarians were making $5 a month. In 1936, $15 a month. So we've come a long way. We still got further to go. I say all this to point out that the staff of libraries have never been in it for the money. We always want to do right by them. Our libraries here in Montgomery County are such a special place. I have 2 little ones, and Noyes Library is a place that I have taken them to numerous times. It's not our neighborhood library, so every time we go there, it's like a fun, exciting field trip. And we've been there for music performances, for arts events, for read-alouds. It is a warm and welcoming place, and it is the people and their dedication and their creativity that make it so. So I am very pleased to be here to celebrate this day with them. It is places like Noyes Library and people like those who staff Noyes Library that truly make Montgomery County a community.
And now Kate Stewart, the new district councilman representing this area. I was safeguarding Noyes Library, this local treasure, for the last 4 years, and now passing the baton over to Kate Stewart to safeguard it for the next 4 years and beyond.
Great. Thank you, Vice President Friedson, and I'm just so glad to be here, and I'm really glad to be the district rep for Noyes Library. As we've all said, it is such a treasure, and in particular, to have a library focused on young people and children. I know when my 2 children were growing up here in Montgomery County, the library was a safe place for them. It was a place where they could explore, where they could talk to the librarians and the volunteers about so many different things. And I just want to say thank you so much to the volunteers and staff for creating that for all these years at Noyes Library, and also for creating a community of lifelong learners. Because I truly believe when young people are in our libraries talking about books and have that place to explore, we are creating a community of lifelong learners. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Now I'll call up Karen Beardsley and Lindsay Field, the co-presidents of the Noyes Library Foundation. Then we'll hear from Anita Vassallo, director of our library system, and then we'll read the proclamation. So with that, co-presidents, they want to say a couple words.
Good morning. We're so pleased to be here. Thank you, Councilmember Friedson, for offering up this proclamation. And we just want to continue to make Noyes a place where learning and reading starts. So we are looking forward to the renovation where we can make more noise.
Thank you, Council President Friedson. I have with me here today some of our wonderful staff from the Noyes Library. Over here are our librarians who provide such great story times, reading assistance, helping parents and caregivers choose the right materials to get their children ready to read, which is what we want, ready for kindergarten. And then our great supporters from the Noyes Foundation here, who have done such a great job raising the funds that will allow us to do a major renovation of this building, turning it into a real center for early literacy training for parents and caregivers throughout the county. So we have been the caretakers of this building for many years. 130 years is a long time for a very small building to keep itself together here, and we look forward to many more years in the Noyes Library building, Montgomery County Public Libraries supporting the community in this very special way. So thank you very much for acknowledging the 130 years of the Noyes Library building today.
Thank you so much for that. Let's hear it for our libraries. Let's hear it for our librarians. Let's hear it for our kids. Before I read the proclamation, I did just want to acknowledge this is a long-standing partnership between Montgomery County government, the state, our partners on the Montgomery County delegation, and the community that really stepped up to support this project to make sure that these renovations can happen. I've got to say, everybody looks great for 130. So, I'll read the proclamation on behalf of colleagues. The County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, proclamation. Whereas, on January 10th, 1893, the library constructed by Brainerd Warner and headed by Crosby Noyes first began operations in the newly established town of Kensington, formerly known as Knowles Station. And whereas, the town of Kensington has grown from being a stop on the B&O Railroad's Metropolitan line to a flourishing part of Montgomery County with a vibrant historic section and a strong family-oriented community. And whereas, the Noyes Library has become a center of early literacy and early childhood education by becoming a dedicated children's library with a focus on developing child-centric programs to be used in other county libraries, to work regularly with special needs children, to reach out to children who cannot easily attend the usual library branch programs, and to work with groups of parents and other adults involved in services to children. And whereas the Noyes Library Foundation was established as a community organization to preserve the functionality of the Noyes Library and to help ensure its continued growth and utility by supporting the expansion of the building and the continued operation by its highly trained staff. And whereas the Jan Jablonski Early Literacy Training Center was established in 2017 in association with the Noyes Library Foundation to develop and maintain a collection of resources on early literacy education for parents and all adults who wish to help lay the foundation for a lifelong love of reading. Now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby honors and celebrates Noyes Library's 130th birthday. And be it further resolved that the County Council recognizes that the Noyes Library continues to serve as a vital community resource for providing early literacy education tools and hosting beloved programs and story times for the people of Montgomery County and beyond. Presented on the 7th day of February in the year 2023, signed by myself, Andrew Friedson, Council President Evan Glass, on behalf of Council members Kate Stewart, Gabe Albornoz, Krista Mink, and the entire Montgomery County Council. Congratulations. Thank you.